Hi, Bill Henry, 1456 Pontiac Road in Angola. First thing I'd like to address is I'd like to commend the town board for not hiring new employees.
Yeah.
You actually are keeping a promise that was forwarded by the previous town board. What I'm talking about is a lot of people don't realize and don't remember this probably. When Erie County took over our water department, they did not hire any of our town employees that worked for the water department. In effect, what we did is we absorbed those employees. We increased the highway department, we increased the parks department. And the rationale and reasoning was we didn't want to lose these good employees. And I can see that, but the taxpayers paid the expense. And these employees were supposed to be fill-ins for any employees that were retiring in the next couple of years. So when you say that you haven't increased the town board, the highway department, I commend you. You're keeping the promise from the previous administration. Secondly, I'd like to talk about the $1.8 million that you got here as far as an increase. I think it's actually a shortfall because recently, as you explained to me, our highway department was supposed to have a new roof put on, which was going to be $130,000. An engineer, as you explained to me, looked at the roof, and it is now going to cost us over $500,000 or $600,000. That's an emergency that has to be addressed because this roof is ready to collapse, from what I understand from talking to Councilman Feldman, if he was here. And there's electrical problems with the building. Also, if we increase our town board to 5 members, we're going to be looking at possibly another 1% increase to go over the $80,000. And third, the one meeting you explained to me that the benchmarking grant that was supposed to be, the work was supposed to be done by September, which hasn't been completing, so we may not get that grant. Was supposed to go for rotting windows in our senior building. The cost of that is $50,000, so you can add that as another $50,000. Well, I am glad that we have a finance director, but we had a finance director before her also, not just the team, and that got us in trouble with the water. If everybody remembers, because he was a politically appointed director. But what I'm trying to say to you is the seniors in this area cannot afford this. And by the way, I took the figures for $100,000 for a house on Pontiac Road, and it come out to $60 and some cents. Okay? It depends what lighting district you're in, what fire district you're in. I do commend our fire district for not raising my taxes substantially. I think you're doing a great job. But the simple fact of the matter is I also have questions. The utilities for this building, gas and water, or gas and electric, are $110,000 with the water, or $110,000. I mean, this is right on this page here. Okay, also, what is the $15,000 for the maintenance equipment? Also, why are we spending $10,000 on supplies for this building? And the fact that each department actually has a supply budget, which I can see each department should have a supply budget. And I know I'm going beyond my 3 minutes, I do appreciate that. And my last thing is, I've been a volunteer for the environmental fair for many years. Our organization actually donated money, so we could have this fair. Now I've seen the budget, we're gonna be spending $3,000. Is this for the electronics recycling? That's gonna be, okay, are we gonna be collecting like we did last year? Televisions from other towns, and we're paying for it as taxpayers, and that did happen last year. We collected televisions, you did not ask for addresses, and we had people coming from Hamburg, Orchard Park, and all over Erie County bringing televisions to our environmental fair, and we as taxpayers paid for this. I mean, I questioned this before, and I do commend you, because when you took office, you did listen to me, because we were lied to before that the electronics recycling was making money, and when you took office, you looked at it, you seen it was actually costing us $23,000, and that I do commend you for. And hopefully, it's being run responsibly now, and I hope we can again see the electronics recycling in our, I didn't see anything here. And one final note thing is when you did this, it's a wonderful job. You refer to the pages, but none of the pages are numbered.
That was my fault. I was in a hurry to get it filed and I forgot to put the page numbers
That
on
made it
and I
very confusing to
apologize.
try and go through that. And I do appreciate the extra 2 minutes.
Thank you.